But there are two things that are true about the Clintons in this area. One, they like people who work in the dark.
Can you explain your relationship with Sid Blumenthal, Secretary Clinton?
And they like loyalty. He's been loyal to her for a long time, and they like the kind of masters of the dark arts.
Sid Blumenthal, the unofficial State Department whisperer, whom the New York Times exposed.
Amid new questions about Clinton sharing sensitive information with longtime advisor Sidney Blumenthal, who had business dealings in Libya.
Even though President Obama and his aides had banned Blumenthal, he was going around that.
He was paid $10,000 retainer from the Clinton Foundation.
Right.
Blumenthal sent various sensitive memos about Libya to Clinton's personal email.
Sidney Blumenthal had business interests in Libya, and he was lobbying his friend in the State Department. That's an obvious conflict of interest.
I have many, many old friends, and I'm going to keep talking to my old friends, whoever they are.
3-year prison sentence for a disgraced Democratic fundraiser stemming from an 18-year-old fraud conviction, but continued to raise cash for politicians as a fugitive.
I have many, many old friends.
Washington, D.C. businessman Jeffrey Thompson admitted to giving $608,000 in illegal contributions to a, quote, federal political candidate for president of the United States. That candidate was Hillary Clinton.
I have many, many old friends.
A Democratic fundraiser who supported Hillary Clinton's 2008 presidential bid has pleaded guilty to evading contribution limits and witness tampering. Was accused of funneling more than $180,000 in illegal campaign contributions.
That's just part of the give and take.
As leaders, we have a choice who we associate with and who we apparently give some kind of seal of approval to.
At the turn of the 19th century, a generation of Americans harnessed the power of the industrial age, and they transformed this country into the leading economy in the world. And the 20th century became the American century. Well, now the time has come for our generation to lead the way towards a new American century. This election is a generational choice about what kind of country we will be. And before us now is the opportunity to author the greatest chapter yet in the amazing story of America. But we can't do that by going back to the leaders and ideas of the past. We must change the decisions we are making by changing the people who are making them. America doesn't owe me anything, but I have a debt to America I must try to repay. This isn't just the country where I was born. America is literally the place that changed my family's history. And so my father stood behind a small portable bar in the back of a room for all those years, so that tonight I could stand behind this podium in front of this room and this nation. The final verdict on our generation will be written by Americans who have not yet been born. Let us make sure they record that we made the right choice, that in the early years of this century, faced with a rapidly changing and uncertain world, our generation rose to face the great challenges of our time. Because we did, there was still one place in the world where who you come from does not determine how far you go. Because we did, the American miracle lived on. Because we did, our children and theirs lived in a new American century. Thank you. God bless you. God bless the United States.
I'm Marco Rubio, and I approve of this message.